Yeah, I'm really excited this week, Derek, because with us this week, we have the official curator of the Fallout Museum, Vault 74, Overseer, Alexander. Welcome.
Woo! Hi, man. I'm really glad to be here. It's really cool. I wanted it for a long time, and now it's finally the time to be here in the awesome podcast of YouTube.
Oh man, I can't wait to get into it. Podcasts never change.
That's a really original one.
I know, no one ever makes that joke.
But it's a really good one though.
Thank you. So just to introduce our listeners to who you are and what you're all about, you are a curator, like I said, of a Fallout museum. Where are you located at, Alex? And tell us a little bit about your museum.
I am located in the Netherlands, in Europe. I have the one and only official Fallout fan museum in Europe, as far as I know. I already collected Fallout for a long time, and when I had a lot of collectibles in my collection, I was running out of space. So that was a problem. A problem we all know as a collector, probably.
Oh, yeah.
At that moment, I had the opportunity to get a room for myself, a big room. And I was like, I want to show my collection to all the Fallout fans out there. And how am I going to do that? I can just start a usual Instagram or a TikTok account or something like that. But I wanted to go further than that. That's when I thought, how badass would it be to start a Fallout museum?
Extremely badass. How long has the museum been open?
The museum has been opened in February 2021. So in a few months, I can go for the 1-year anniversary of the Fallout Museum.
That's insane. I actually didn't know it was that young. It's so big already. You have so much stuff.
Yeah, I had a lot of stuff before I started the museum. And every week, items are joining in the collection. It never stops.
That's impressive. Wow. That really is. Yeah, we discovered you because obviously you do have a TikTok channel and you show off a lot of pieces in the TikTok, and it's a lot of fun to see. What's the most recent, most impressive piece that you've acquired?
Most recent or most impressive? Because those two are definitely separate from each other.
Yes, do both.
Oh my lord. Most recent, let's see. The package I opened 2 days ago, I acquired a Vault Boy puppet. Like you can put on your hand and you can put your fingers in the Vault Boy's hands and the other fingers in his head and you can move it around like a puppet show.
Nice. That's
really cool. And the most impressive piece, you mean for my whole collection?
Yeah, what's the thing you're like, wow, how do I have this?
My lord, that can be a few items because I have a few items I'm really proud of. I do have the first bobblehead ever made, the first series of bobbleheads ever made. That's from the E3 in 2008 when Fallout 3 was releasing. I also have the first real Nuka-Cola bottle, even before Fallout 3 in 2007. There was made a series of Nuka-Cola bottles. Those were specific for developers that were working on Fallout 3 for like a bonus. And that bottle is one of the most expensive and rare items in the collection.
That's impressive. Wow. Yeah. That's like getting a piece of the set from like a popular movie. That's cool.
yeah, that's one of the things I was really happy about to get. And I got that only a few months back because I was really lucky. I was just looking on my local eBay. Some guy posted a collectible I was searching for quite some time. That's called the Simtech 1000 for Fallout. I don't know if you know the Simtech 1000, but that's also an item that was only given out at E3 2008. It's a Viewmaster, you know that?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Viewmaster. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a Viewmaster with the first 6 screenshots from Fallout 3.
Wow.
So I was looking for that, and he was posting that on the local eBay. And I was like, someone that has that item, that specific item, he needs to have more because it's a really rare and expensive item. So I contacted him, and he only placed that item online at that time. So I was like, hey man, Fallout Museum. I told him a lot about it. He was really hyped already. And he was like, hey, I have some more stuff. I will send you some pictures. No, okay. I received the pictures and I was looking. And immediately I was like, oh damn, this is going to hurt my wallet a lot. Because he was apparently a guy that worked for Bethesda back in 2008 as a forum moderator. So he worked also in the time for Fallout 3. And he got some items sent to the Netherlands from the United States. And all those items he kept in moving boxes in his garage. So those items were like stored for over 10 years. And now he needed money and he was going to sell it. So I was like, I want that, I want that, I want that, I want that.
Wow.
That was a lot of money, but it was totally worth it. Because like 4 or 5 of those items are items I think I'm never going to find again. And now I got them all in one set. So it was insane. One of the biggest pickups I did in a long time.
You have the spirit of a thrifter. That the way you're talking, that's how Derek talks. He thrifts for a living. And what's one of the things you tell me, Derek? Hey, if somebody's got some, ask if they have any more.
Right, exactly. You always got it. The power of the
always
ask.
The power of the ask. That's impressive. That's impressive. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Those items also include the bottle of Nuka-Cola I just talked about, the Simtech 1000, Viewmaster, first bobblehead, and also, do you know the Fallout 3 Collector's Edition? Like the lunchbox with the bobblehead and the art book. And
Yeah, I remember that.
yeah, the guy had the sleeve that goes around the lunchbox, but that sleeve was signed by Todd Howard. And he also had the Fallout 3 official guidebook, still sealed. And one that was not sealed anymore, but the one that wasn't sealed also had the signature of Todd Howard on it. He also got those as like a bonus present from his colleagues in America for like, hey, you're doing a good job there in the Netherlands.
Wow.
So
it's
it's
2 pieces signed by Todd Howard in one haul.
yeah,
Wow.
not 1, but 2. I was so happy to found it. And a few times later, like 2 months later, he emailed me. And he was like, hey, I found a poster for Fallout 3, like the original poster, with the power armor on it. Mm-hmm. And he was like, that's also signed by Todd Howard. I will just send it to you. I was like, oh, damn. Sure, go ahead.
Very cool.
So I have 3 items that are signed by Todd Howard.
Oh, well, that's amazing. That's amazing. And the museum itself, at this point, how large is it?
Do you mean like the measurements of the museum?
Sure.
Or
Like
items.
give us a picture of the number of items and the amount of space it currently takes up. Give us an idea.
If I have to give it a measurement, I think it's like 4 by 4 meters. So I don't know how that's compared to what you use in America.
Okay.
We use meters and you use another.
Well, we use feet, but I mean meters. Feet. We can picture in our head what a meter is.
Okay.
I remember when I was in school, a teacher pointed to a door and she goes, "That's pretty much a meter," and I was like, "Okay."
Well, that's the amount of items. If I have to make a guess, I have everything documented, every single piece in my museum, and at the moment it goes over 600 items.
Wow. And just based off what you've been mentioning, these items are, many of them are rare and very hard to find, or one of a kind.
Quite of them really rare and hard to find. I also have the more common pieces like the Funko Pops, the Funko Mystery Minis, the bobbleheads, all the games, board games, and that most pieces of merchandise. But there also are one-of-a-kind items and a lot of collector's items in here. One of them, which I am most proud of, is one I'm using right now, and that's my Nuka-Cola Fallout PC case.
Nice.
With the Nuka-Cola girl on it. So that's amazing.
Very cool. Very cool. All right. And the museum, it sounds like it's growing every day.
Yep.
It also sounds like it's pretty popular too. Do you have any future plans for the museum? I mean, looking ahead, what do you see the museum becoming or growing into?
What I would really like, but I don't know if that's going to happen any day, is at the moment the museum is called the Fallout Fan Museum. And it would be amazing if I can make an official museum out of it, deleting the word fan from it. Because the only reason why there is the word fan in the name is because of copyright.
I see. And have you, I mean, obviously you've been in contact with former employees or people who've worked on the game. Have you been in contact with Bethesda on an official level or been recognized by Bethesda in any way during the life of this museum?
Yes, I have a lot of contact with the community manager from the Netherlands, from Bethesda Netherlands. I also got a present from Bethesda. They also been here. They shoot an item for the Bombs Drop Day a few months back. Yeah, and the big vault boy behind me, the life size, I got that as a present from them.
That's amazing.
Oh, nice.
And with your contacts with them, is there any kind of roadmap to becoming official, or is that look obtainable? Do you know the steps that you would need to take to get there?
I talked about it, but it's a really hard thing to do because of the copyrights and the things. Because if I delete the word fan, that should indicate for people the museum is an official Bethesda museum. Yeah, I'm not working for Bethesda in any way. We just have a lot of contact, and yeah, we do a lot of things for together. I get things from him. I help him with some items. I don't know if it's possible, but if it is possible in any way, it will definitely happen in the future.
Well, I hope that with the success of your TikTok and your social media and the museum itself, and more people that learn about it, and as it grows, that this can become a reality for you, because you definitely deserve it. The amount of work that you're putting into this museum and the pieces that you've already acquired in such a short time, it's nothing short of impressive. And I'm really glad that you decided to come on the show and talk to us about it, because this is probably one of the coolest things I've ever seen a fan do. It's amazing.
Yeah, I'm really dedicated.
Yes, you are.
That's one thing, that's for sure. But yeah, it's just my love for Fallout started back in 2008 when Fallout 3 released. I never really got into the original Fallout games like Fallout 1 and Fallout 2. Maybe you did, because I think you two are a little older than me. You probably played the original Fallout, I think.
Yeah, a little bit, but I gotta admit that I actually played Fallout 3 first. So I wasn't, at the time that Fallout 1 and 2 were out, I wasn't big into PC gaming. I retroactively went back because of my interest garnered from Fallout 3.
Yeah, Fallout 3 is also where my love started. That game was insane.
I think that's where everybody started.
I distinctly remember stepping out of that vault for the first time, and it's not like I haven't played open world games prior to that, but it hit different. I think it was my first kind of Bethesda open world experience. It was before I even played Oblivion, I believe. I can't remember.
Oh, damn. Yeah, it's because Oblivion was there before Fallout
It was
3.
there before, wasn't it? Maybe I did. I don't recall, but all I know is I walked outside and the sun was really bright. My eyes adjusted, which is a cool effect that they did. And I looked around at the wasteland, and it was just like, okay,
have fun.
Go. And I felt this overwhelming sense of like impending adventure that I hadn't felt again until I played, I think, Breath of the Wild. It was that long before something hit me the same way. And I was just so excited. And I played the shit out of Fallout 3. Like, all of the DLC, I was obsessed. So
Same.
Yeah. I mean, I got a few Fallout pieces here at my house from the TikTok videos, my little Fallout poster. I got the special edition, so I have a Pip-Boy from the Fallout 4. I got the original PS2 game that came out. I think it's called Brotherhood of Steel. Stuff like that. Nowhere near your collection, of course, but I could consider myself a fan.
Yeah, I think, if you played a lot of it and you have some of the merchandise, there's just so many Fallout fans out there. And that's also why I wanted to be able to show everyone the pieces of merchandise, because even though I have over 600 pieces in the collection, that's not even 50% probably of what's out there in Fallout merchandise. There's so much merchandise for Fallout. It's insane.
Yeah. And we salute you and thank you for your service.
Ad Victorium.
Right on. So let me ask you, what is your favorite Fallout game? And to pair with that, it sounds like Fallout 3 was your first. You can tell us the story of how you discovered it and kind of how you fell in love with it.
I can do that. It all started back when, I don't know how you call that in the United States, but of course we have the holidays here. And then at 5 December you have, I don't know if you...
December. I don't know if we celebrate anything on the 5th of December. I mean, not me personally.
Saint Nicholas. Do you know anything about Saint Nicholas?
In the popular zeitgeist here in the United States, we've turned St. Nicholas into Santa Claus and then just combined him with Christmas. So we don't separate the two.
Yeah, we have it separated.
Oh, okay.
And that's at 5th of December. Then is his birthday here in Europe.
Oh,
and
interesting.
Then we celebrate.
Okay.
And that's when I was younger. It was back in 2008, so I was 12 years old. I wasn't supposed to play Fallout 3 because Peggy 18. But my brother, he just got the PlayStation 3 for his birthday. Mm-hmm. I think PlayStation 3 released also in 2008 because Fallout 3 was a release title with a PlayStation 3.
Oh, yeah.
Of course, the moment he got it, he hooked it up to the TV and he turned it on. So I was watching him playing Fallout 3 and it was just insane. It already started when I found the game really interesting when he was in the vault and it was his birthday. You were getting bullied by Butch and the robot was fucking up your cake and it's just there. It already started there in the vault, and from there he was going to play, he was leaving the vault. And yeah, I also had the same feeling like you did with the going outside. When you enter that door and you step into the wasteland, it was insane for that time. It was a really big world. And my brother instantly opened the map to look at how big the world was. And he was zooming out and I was like, holy damn, it's big! It was really funny. And he was just going to play and I was like a little bad guy. So when my brother was going to school and I wasn't, of course I turned on the PlayStation and I was going on his save file because it wasn't easy to go on own save file with Fallout 3.
Y'all should have had a 360. It was much easier to go on your own save file on 360. But continue.
Yeah, PlayStation 3 didn't have that feature.
Yeah.
But although it did had it, but I didn't know about it because PlayStation 3 was new and I wasn't that smart back then. So I was playing on his save file and I fucked up his karma because he was good karma and I went to bad karma. And I was like in a whole other place and I blew up Megaton. And
You did it.
I did. Sorry.
He did the thing. I didn't blow up Megaton, I think, till like my 4th playthrough. I never had the heart to do it.
Yeah, I hated Lucas Sims so back then.
Damn.
And
He's like,
I wanted him to die.
Sheriff.
Yeah, I was like, I want to be the sheriff of the town, but I couldn't do that. So I was like, okay, then I just will blow up your town, and I will get a lot of money for it. But that's when I started playing Fallout there, and my brother, he was really mad, of course. So 1 year later, I bought the Fallout 3 Collector's Edition, and that's the Collector's Edition I still have till this day for the PlayStation 3. I never got rid of it. And during the years, I collected some Fallout memorabilia. Not a lot, but just, hey, there was a Funko Pop, there was a minifigure, you know? I had like 20, 30 items, maybe a few shirts. Back in 2018, I think, 17, 18, I started getting a little more into Bethesda collectibles. I also love the Elder Scrolls. Fallout and the Elder Scrolls, especially Skyrim, really changed my life when I was in high school.
Skyrim's
Because I was being bullied and all that kind of stuff, and Skyrim just put me out of that world and placed me in another world. That was my high school time. But both those games meant a lot to me, so I was collecting both games, statues from Elder Scrolls and merchandise. When we entered 2020, I think, I was like, yeah, it's really fun to collect both, but I want to focus on one main thing. So I was like, okay, I have to choose. Am I going to collect Fallout or am I going to collect Elder Scrolls? And the main reason why I chose Fallout is my love for Bethesda started there. And there's also a lot more Fallout merchandise than Elder Scrolls merchandise.
Okay.
If I was going to collect Elder Scrolls, I would have been done a long time ago. But Fallout, I won't be done in the near future because there's really, really rare items and stuff. But that's the fun thing. It's the hunt, and probably you also know that as a thrifter. Yeah, and then when I made that decision, I was going crazy with buying Fallout stuff. It was going in a really high pace. So, and now we're here with like over 600 items Fallout related.
Started from the bottom, now we're here. All right, Alex.
Exactly.
As a fan, I had one fun question for you because I'm really curious what your answer would be. Ooh. In the Fallout games, they're broken up by missions, stories, side missions, that type of thing. Some of them are really interesting. Some of them are okay. I wanted to know, straight from you, the curator of Vault 74, what are your favorite Fallout missions or stories?
Oh, damn.
Yeah, I'm putting you on the spot. I want to know, like, the standout moments for you, like the missions that you would recommend if somebody were to go in and, like, do this first.
You are making it hard for me.
I gave you this question early.
I know, but I was thinking about it. There's so many amazing things to do in Fallout. That's like asking for my favorite candy. I
I'm going to say it's blowing up Megaton.
But yeah. Is it blowing up Megaton?
I do have to say, maybe it is, because I just like the detail. Because when you go back to Megaton, spoiler alert, you can still find the girl, Moira Brown, from the general store. But she's a ghoul indeed. And that I was going back. I was like, oh, maybe let's see how Megaton looks. And I was like, oh, there's nothing left. But then she appears from out nowhere and, hey, hello, I'm a ghoul now. And I was like, am I going to tell her I was it? Or shouldn't I? But it's one of the first missions I did. And that's really iconic and nostalgic. Am I allowed to answer over multiple Fallout games? So also 76?
Yes, please. Please, 76, 4, New Vegas, whatever. It's fine, yeah.
I really liked the last DLC, Wastelanders, in Fallout 76, with the new storyline, with the raiders and with the settlers. I think it was really cool that you had to break into a vault to get a certain kind of treasure. I won't spoil too much. I did really like that questline also because you could choose a side. So you had to go with the settlers or are you going with the raiders? And I did both, of course, because I had 2 accounts and I wanted to know how the other line was going to end.
Sure. And
those 2 lines are really separate from each other, so that's really cool. That's a quest line I really like. I also really like the Brotherhood of Steel / Enclave quest lines. I just really like the Brotherhood of Steel. Let's think about this question for a while, because it's a hard question. In the meanwhile, why don't you tell me one of your favorite missions?
Oh man, I just love being told that I have to go defend the base in Fallout 4. Like, oh, it's being raided, huh? Gotta go defend that. I love that. Let me stop everything I'm doing to go help you out.
Another settlement needs your help.
Yeah.
I'll place it on your map.
That's pretty much.
Our best friend, Preston Garvey.
There in Fallout 3, you run into a character from the previous Fallout games. It's this tree that came alive. Do you remember that?
Oh, that was the Tranquility Lane questline.
Yeah,
right?
Tranquility Lane. I love that. I thought that whole thing was hilarious and weird and really in the spirit of the original games. Because there is a bit of a divide. There are people that are bigger fans of Fallout 1 and 2 and don't like Fallout 3, and then in reverse. And obviously there are some shared themes, but that to me, just the writing and the zaniness of it kind of felt like original Fallout, and I thought that was a cool nod. I really enjoy going to the more dangerous parts of Fallout map and then running into Deathclaws. The first time I ran into a Deathclaw, I was like, oh my god.
I love the Deathclaw. The Deathclaw is just so scary, and I also have his skull hanging on my wall at my bar.
Of course you do. It's a fantastic design. Fantastic. And then I'll give you one more. In New Vegas, there's the quest line where you can get the Nightkin companion. I think her name is Granny or something. She's like an old woman, but she's a Nightkin. She's like, oh, don't worry about Grandma. I just need to take my pills. And if she's in a fight with you, she can go berserk and just go wild, and you have to like stay away from her or she'll hurt you. And there's this whole storyline where there are mutants in Fallout in New Vegas that are called the Nightkin. They were experimented on or forced to use stealth boys, but they were unstable and it made them all schizophrenic. So just going through that and trying to help them like fix their ailment, that was really interesting.
Nice. What I also really like is not really a quest or some sort, but one of my favorite thing also about Fallout and Bethesda games in general is the random encounters, because there are a lot in those games. Things some people never saw, because it's really rare to get across it. And that's one thing I just love to see in Fallout games. Like in Fallout 76, for example, something that was really funny. I don't know if you encountered it, but it's the... let me think of the name. Oh yeah, it is a Protectron you can come across, and it's an Insult-O-Bot. Have you encountered him?
Oh, have I encountered the Insult-O-Bot? No, I haven't played a whole lot of Fallout 76. I've been holding off just because of its poor reception initially. And maybe we can talk a little bit more about that and what we're playing, since you've been playing Fallout 76, because I have questions.
Yeah, of course.
But no, I can't speak on... That's the one Fallout game I can't speak on too much, because I haven't really played a whole lot of it.
Yeah, it's just really funny. You can come across it every now and then, and he's just like dissing you and making your mama is so fat jokes and that kind of And always when he insulted you, you will just get a letter in your inventory with, "You just got insulted by the Insult-O-Bot."
Nice.
Those things, I just always love those encounters, because it's so random what you can come across in the games.
For sure. Awesome. All right. Well, again, we're going to make sure that our listeners have a chance to find your stuff online, what you're all about, and more information about the museum at the end of the episode. So make sure, everybody, that you stick around for that, and we'll have links in the show notes. And Alex, if you would be so kind and gracious as to come along with us, we're going to plow through the episode, catch up for the week, talk about the video games we played, and have a good time. Alex.
Hi.
Vault 74 Overseer, the official Fallout museum. Put the fen in there. Where can people find you at?
Multiple social media platforms, but of course, if you want to visit the museum, you have to travel to the Netherlands.
All right.
You know, we have nice meals, we have Fallout, the one and only. And of course, if you visit the Netherlands, you should try a frikandel. It's a snack made of meat, and you have a frikandel speciaal of a broodje frikandel. If you visit, and Derek is also here, I will get you both a frikandel speciaal.
Awesome.
Definitely.
Head to the Netherlands for some frikandels, baby.
But back to the subject.
Right.
If you want to find me, you can visit my website. That's vault74.nl. Really easy. The website is 100% in English, so it's readable for everyone. From my website, you can travel to my contact page. There's my address information, my email information. You can live chat with me on the website. And I also have a TikTok account and an Instagram account. And also Twitch, but Twitch is in Dutch. So that's for most of the listeners, I think, not something to look out for, because I will talk a language which is really different from English. But my TikTok and my Instagram are both VaultBoy74.